Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's so beautiful to be here. It's such an honor and such a joy. And at the same time, it's quite terrifying too. I hope that you guys can hear me. This is the first time I do this. So if you can hear me and you can type yes on the chat, that would be quite fantastic just to make sure that this is going the way it is supposed to be going. All right, it sounds good. Fantastic. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here. What an honor and truly what a pleasure to join energies with you today. My name is Carol Morgan, and I am a channel for Xina Allen. They are a Blue Avian collective. They are extraterrestrial consciousness that is here at this time in our evolutionary journey to help us understand our role in our creation and to help simplify spiritual information so that we may more easily implement it in our daily lives. My story with Xina Allen is quite an amazing one. Many of you have heard my story. I grew up Catholic. I won't go too deeply into that. There are other videos that go into my story, but I grew up Catholic, so it makes it very fascinating and very improbable that I am here today standing before you and sharing this kind of information. I went through an awakening in my early 40s that propelled me into an amazing journey of consciousness expansion and spiritual evolution. In 2018 in Taiwan, I met Xina during a meditation, and ever since, the relationship has evolved in something that I really was not expecting. Part of what I'm here to do is share their work, share their message, and in our very first live stream from YouTube, share their message with the world that we are indeed one, that we are indeed the one infinite creator, and that if we put our minds together, we will rise above this battleground in which humanity finds itself. It's a message of love, it is a message of joy. They very often say, we are not here to convince humanity. We are here to reason with humanity so that they understand the power that they are and truly how they are creating their reality with their every thought. So, with that said, my evolution with Xina has been a very interesting one. In Taiwan, it started during a meditation, and after meeting them in the meditation, I came out and I started writing and writing and writing. In fact, I believe I have the book somewhere here. Let me see if yes, I do. So, this is the book I want to show you that I had in Taiwan. Start an adventure. How fitting. And this is the very first writing. Let me show you. It is very messy. That came through from Xina. My handwriting is a little bit of hieroglyphic style. And this was 9/23, September 23rd of 2018. This is the very first writing. So because I wasn't expecting what was going to happen, which was a lot of information, I started on the last page and then I went to the other page and then I started numbering them because backwards, I went on to write all these pages, and then here they explained to me why I was wearing the necklace that I was wearing. I was wearing a necklace that had a wing, which, well, not only represents them, the Blue Avians, but it represents freedom. A blue sphere, well, the Blue Avians and the blue spheres, that's what this is all about. And then a horseshoe. The horse is representative of my connection with spirit. All of this is joined by this, let us say, triangle, and at the center was the sun, and supposedly that was me. I wasn't understanding what this was. This was just telling me what was coming. And their introduction to me read, my name is Xina indeed. My name is Xina indeed. We have made contact. We are now connected. My name is Xina indeed, but We are a collective consciousness. You will learn a lot about human consciousness through the teachings that we will share with you. And then they keep going. They are telling us about our civilization, what is happening here on Earth, and what we can do in order to rise above it. It is incredible indeed. I wasn't expecting it. I want to share this message because there are many of you that are listening to me, that will listen to me in the future, that are in the same spot that I was then. I did not know what was happening. I was very afraid that, well, that I would be judged, that I would be rejected, that I would be judged as insane or whatnot. It was a very unexpected happening, and it was very difficult to process. Many of you channel and you're all excited about it and woohoo. And to you, I say more power to you. However, the majority of us that are channeling have a very hard time with it at the beginning. We feel that we are faking it. We feel that there is something odd. We don't really understand. And very often, what we do is that we trump the communication. We cut it out, or we don't impede its regular flow, or its abundant flow. And that is simply because we don't know. So take these words today of encouragement. If you are on the verge, if you are getting information, let it flow. This is the way of things. Channeling really is the way of things. We are always connected. We are not alone. We are simply a divine aspect of God mind that has seemingly separated itself to have a very unique experience as the constitution that we are, as the being that we have created with our own thought. That's how magnificent we are. That means that we are always, always connected to this larger power, in that we are always transmitting information from that field. We are always channeling loves. So I want to dispel the myth that this is a sin. At least I want to address it. If people think that this is a sin, well, you are more than welcome to continue to live in that fearful way. But this is liberating. This really is, because you realize that this is natural. It may not be normal. It has been beaten out of us through indoctrination and programming, but this is quite natural indeed. Part of our work together, the Blue Avians and me, is to bring attunements to the world. Attunements are these drawings. We're going to move a little bit back. This one is called Redemption. And redemption is just one of about 60 or so attunements that I have transmitted all over the world, many throughout the United States, and that at the beginning I did not understand. I did not know what they were for. I thought they were kind of weird. And throughout the course of 2019, I started meeting some very beautiful and dear beings in my life that towards the end of 2019, they said yes. They said yes to helping me and helping the Blue Avians transmit this information to the world, share it to the world, and or with the world, and protect it by exactly that, by sharing it. Those beautiful beings that are now in the Xina Allen LLP partnership are Janet Alford. She currently resides in South Carolina. Finula Fox, who has just moved here to the Black Hills of South Dakota. She lives in Deadwood um, so she just moved like not even 2 weeks ago. So anyway, she is here now. And the next partner is Daniel Reuter, who lives in Oklahoma. These beautiful beings are the ones that are always behind the videos that you see, the attunement, digitization, the beautiful products that you see, the trade shows that we go to. It is a conglomerate of beings that are helping put this out in the world. I couldn't do it alone. I don't do it alone. There are many beings that collaborate. And before I go through, I'm going to take the time to thank the beautiful beings that help, because again, this would not be possible without these beings. First, I want to thank my husband, Scott, for setting me free and for encouraging me to do this work even when I didn't believe in me myself. I want to thank my kiddos for sharing my time with the world and for being the beautiful beings and teachers that they are. Tina Spalding for helping me open my eyes and open the portal for this type of communication. I want to thank, I already thanked my business partners, but I also want to thank our support team that is working very quietly behind the scenes. Ian Elsinga, he is technical support. Maria Barnes, video production and editing, Nancy Gray in marketing, and Soraya Hobbs in general assistance. Without these beings, we wouldn't be here. And last but not least, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for supporting this work, for believing in it, and for sharing it and helping us attune the world. So now, with that said, I'm going to start talking a little bit more about the attunements, and then I'm going to have Xina channel the answers to your questions about our work. So, attunements are drawings. They are drawings that help you clear the way so that you experience energy at its maximum. They seemed very weird to me at first. I didn't even realize what they were, neither what kind of impact they were going to be having in the world. This morning, you guys, I was paying attention at our Instagram page, and I watched two of our reels that have pictures of a bunch of you wearing our attunements all over the world. I had tears. I was crying. It was so emotional to see the impact that we're having in the world. Quite amazing. That's what these are about. They are about spreading the light. They are about allowing you to cross a door if that is what you want to do. If you do not want to cross that door and you want to keep living the way that you are living, you have your free will and you are more than welcome to continue living that way. But if you feel that there is much more to reality than what you already know, if you have this idea that there is something that you are missing, and there is an inkling when you see these drawings, when you feel their energy, if there is any inkling, there is something there for you. I started transmitting them in pen. Well, the very first one was pencil because I happened to have one, but I was in retreats all over the place and I didn't have a pencil at the time. Later, I learned how difficult it is because there are mistakes that I made along the way. Not mistakes, Sina says they are what they are. But I learned to carry a pencil wherever I go. When I transmit an attunement, I very often see the whole thing. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just see elements that start coming and I just put them to paper and I just let them be what they may. That is what this work is about. It's about bringing energy from the ethers, collecting it in a more dense form, which is matter, bring them to the material world, which is still energy, and share them and allow people, again, I repeat myself when I say we open the door, you decide if you want to cross that door or not. So with that said, with that introduction, I'm going to start addressing some of the questions that we had already received, and I am going to go ahead and bring Xina in. Let me do something here quick so I can stop those dings. Maybe I can't. It's okay. We'll ignore. Oh, yeah, here we go. The dings are now gone. Okay, so let me find the questions. The first question comes from Finula Fox, and she wants to know all the elements of an attunement hold energy. Can a single element be pulled out and meditated on? So let's bring Xina in and see what they have to say. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. What a joy and what a trip. This is the first time that we have the pleasure to communicate in this manner with humanity. And we are pleased. We are pleased. We had indeed guided this being to stay away from this mode of communication because it was important. It continues to be, but at the time it was very important for this being to get her bearings, to understand what her role in this journey is, to fear her fears and do it anyway, and to understand that you are to be meeting beings where they are. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and we are Blue Avians. We are not of this planet. Consciousness cannot be limited to a physical location. That includes your body. You are so large. You are so beautiful. You are so magnificent. You are so vast that you cannot be encased in a human body. We want you to know that our mission with humanity is indeed to help simplify the plethora of material that is at your disposal. We often say in humorous manner that we do not compete with Google. Google has a lot of information, yes, many of which, well, we'll leave it at that, yes. But we want you to know that we do not compete with information. We bring through energy. Yes, we use words because we need to meet you where you are. But we want you to understand that that energy is at your disposal for you to do as you may by using free will. That is what we do. We transmit energy in the form of words and in the form of sound, many times in the form of feeling. Yes, we stir up your feelings. Feelings are your guidance. They are your guidance system, letting you know that you are not alone and that if you quiet your mind and you connect, you are being nudged, you are being guided, and you are being supported in your every thought, your every action, your every endeavor in this realm. This realm is a tough one. We understand it. Humans are very brave, and we commend you for creating this opportunity in this form to evolve, to expand, to transcend that which is, well, apparent, and go into that which is unknown to you, to try to understand it, to become that which you truly are, which is love, which is light, light, love. To the curious being that is inquiring, we first want to thank you for your service, dear love. And in addition, we want to respond to your inquiry. An attunement is a system. It is a system that is made up of different parts. So the whole attunement is indeed a whole. The parts or the elements are the constituents of that whole. Each constituent has its own purpose, it has its own meaning, it has its own energy. So when you ask us, can a particular attunement element be set aside, so to speak, and focused on and meditated on, we say by all means. You can do this if this is what calls you. An attunement element stands on its own. You can do as you see fit when you are experiencing the energy that it has to clear for you. It is entirely up to you. What is important for you to remember is that the element itself and therefore the conglomerate does not have human words for it. Now, we do transmit certain messages mainly because this being, well, suggested that the messages would help other beings relate to the drawing, even if they don't understand what is going on. So we saw the value in this. We thanked this being for her comments, and we went ahead and we implemented. But the attunement itself does not have human words because Human words are very limiting indeed. In fact, when we are transmitting information to you via this being, we have the constraints that are presented by this being's level of awareness, level of awakening, and level of language. We are constricted by this and we use it in the best manner possible. But we are also constricted with your understanding of words and the meaning that you have assigned to them. So if we give a word or a group of words to an attunement, we risk not allowing you to use your free will to decide if that attunement is for you and to decide if it is the right attunement or the right resonance for you to cross the door in the way that you need to cross it, so to speak. So we say to you, dear love, the mere fact that you are inquiring about this tells us that you are receiving information directly. That information in the form of guidance is telling you to go ahead and play with these different elements. Play with them. We say, have fun. We love you. We will continue to speak. Okay. Let's see what else. The next question we have is from Nadia Mallet. I hope I'm saying your names right. Nadia is asking, can you only receive the benefit of an attunement from looking at it? Or can wearing a shirt with the attunement on it give you the same benefits? Great question. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. Because attunements are energy, there are no limits. There are no limits. When you wear an attunement, as this dear being is doing, she is experiencing the beneficial effects of the attunement. When this being, for example, drinks out of a water bottle that has an attunement printed on it, this being benefits from it because it clears the way energetically at a cellular level. When you wear an attunement and other beings see the attunement, even if they don't understand it, they are benefiting from it. That is what is beautiful about this work. And this is why we have strongly encouraged these beings and her beautiful partners to allow beings to see these drawings without the need to exchange cash money for them. There is a collection of attunements that are already in digital form in what you beings called a website, the website that this being and her partners have put together for you. You can go there, you can see them, you can benefit from them, and you do not have to exchange cash money for this benefit. However, if you decide that you want to continue expanding the ripple effect that this work is having, you can go ahead and exchange cash money in order to acquire one of these and help continue attuning the world. That is what we are here for. We are here for humanity to rise up. We are here for humanity to understand that you are free. You are free. And the only item that is keeping you enslaved is your mind. We are here to remind you of this. We are here to remind you of your own power so that you might rise above, so that you may rise above. We will continue speaking. Okay. Thank you, Finula, and thank you, Nadia, for your questions. We have a question here from Christopher. Christopher, I can never pronounce your last name. Demule, maybe? His question is, under the idea of your work on Earth, in a past telepathic communication, you said that you are karmically involved with Earthlings and the high priests from days old. Can you please explain that more? Yes, let's see what they have to say. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. Yes, we find it important for beings to understand what our, let us say, journey, if you want to use that word, with humanity has been. Indeed, we communicated, we call it about 11,000 of your human years ago, with the ancient Egyptians. These were beings that were highly civilized. These were beings that understood interstellar travel and interstellar and galactic communication. The pyramids, as you call them, are such, let us say, are products of such understanding. They are indeed mechanisms or tools of communication in interstellar travel. They understood this. They were very advanced indeed. They built a civilization based on much knowledge that they turned to wisdom via action. They came to a point in their understanding and in their evolution that they created this portal that allowed for our, let us say, information to come down to them. We say come down because this is a dense, let us say, realm. It's a dense frequency that you find yourselves in here. So, in order for beings of high density, we are of the sixth density indeed, and there are many, many densities above ours. To communicate with the lower densities, it is necessary for the lower density beings to create an understanding through the use of their own free will in the rise of their thoughts, and for us to lower our, let us say, frequency so that communication can be established. About 11,000 of your years, this was the case. These beings, let us say, evolved technologically enough to the point where we were able to establish contact. If you pay attention to the art, the ancient art, you will see blue birds over and over and over again. Avian in nature, not necessarily birds, avian in nature. You will see the color blue in the skin of many of your, let us say, leaders, many of the beings that were looked up on. You will see the influence of drawings, very similar to the attunements that we are transmitting today. This is because we established contact. This is because our purpose with humanity at the time was to help you in your evolution. We have divulged this information in prior transmissions that we are the original bird tribes, and we witnessed the birth of your humanity as it is now. We also witnessed the birth of the ego as the ego became afraid, as the ego became afraid of the grandness of the situation, the grandness of the beings that were helping impart this knowledge with the hopes of spiritual evolution and acceleration. However, when we transmitted this information, there was a group of beings that decided to take that information and keep it for themselves. They decided to hoard it, very much like it continues to happen in your society at a grand scale, where governments hoard information from you about the laws of creation, about the truth of nature and reality and consciousness, and very much like humans, as, let us call it, seemingly individual beings do it, where you feel, oh, no, no, I am going to keep this to myself because I don't want my competition to know. I need to make my cash money for a living, so I'm not going to share my secrets. I'm going to keep them. No, no, no. You don't want to get ahead of me. I want to stay ahead. Very much this continues to happen. But we were not, let us say, prepared to see the effects of free will when we were imparting this knowledge, when we were sharing it with humanity. We did not foresee at the time the product of your free will and the product of you deciding to listen to the fearful part in you rather than the love that you truly are. And so the ego began, and so the manipulation and bastardization of the information that we had so lovingly provided began. The high priests were the beings that kept this information from the masses because they understood that if every being knows and understands the power that they really are, they are going to lose the power. That is what happened indeed. So it was taken away and it was kept for a few to benefit from and for humanity to be left to find out. But we say it is our joy to be here today, allowing the information to reach you and allowing these attunements to clear the way so that you take that information and make of it what you may and decide for once and for all, am I God mind? Because our answer is, you truly are. We will speak some more. Okay. Whew, all right, peeps, let's see what else we have. We have a question from Elke. Elke is asking, what attunement or attunements would best heal, alleviate fear? In particular, fear of being alone, fear of children leaving home, fear of aging, fear of change in general. Can the Blue Avians help heal humans if requested with free will? Thanks. What a marvelous question. We'll see what they have to say. I'm going to take a little drink here. That's a lot of words. Okay, let's see what they have to say. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. Dear love, the only thing that can help you, let us say, heal yourself is your own mind. With your own mind, you are able to change the way you perceive the world. Now, with that said, and we will go further into your inquiry, but with that said, the attunements do help very much as if you are in a, let us say, flowing stream, yes? You have the tools that you need in order to float down the stream. You have your arms, you have your legs, you can do the little swimming and you can continue to go downstream. You can certainly do that. You have what you need. So you have your mind that is equipped to create exactly what you do want. However, you forget. You forget that you are fully equipped and you go into panic because you don't remember that you have your arms, that you have your hands, and you believe that you're going to sink and you're going to drown. However, you can decide at any time to remember. You're not learning here because you are God mind. You already know it all. You can decide to remember, I have tools. Not only do I have my arms and my legs, but I am carrying a life vest. Who would have thought? I pull the little string and the life vest comes alive. Oh my goodness. Look, it is more than a life vest. It's a raft. Now I have another tool in addition to my mind. I have a tool. I have an attunement, for example, that can help me continue go down with more ease, with more grace, and with more abundance. I'm going to use that tool. And as you go down the stream in a more graceful manner, you say, oh my, look, on the side of the stream, there is a paddle. I can go even quicker if I grab a paddle. That could potentially be a spiritual book that calls your attention, that resonates with you. This being in her imagination is seeing the Course in Miracles. That is a book that is very near and dear to her heart, and it is material that has clarified the way for her to change her thinking. I will use that paddle and I will get there sooner. So, with this analogy, what we are trying to tell you, dear love, is that you have the tools already, and that you are the one that decides if you want to use those tools or not. And we also want to tell you with much love and unconditional compassion that you can do it. It is a matter of choice, and that if you decide not to, that is a perfect choice as well. However, because you are inquiring, we feel your heavy heart. We very much feel your despair. And we want you to know, dear love, that you are not alone, that there are many beings feeling that fear of living. It is not really fear of death. It is really fear of your magnificence. It is really fear of how amazing you truly are. It is fear of living. So, with this, we say to you, the attunement that would very much help with your situation, if you so choose to put it into perspective and practice, is breaking free. Again, you can go to the website that these beings have put together for you, and you can simply take a look at it. Simply take a look at it and set the intention, because it is your intention that tells energy what to do and where to go. Set the intention that you are going to break free from that which is not real. Fear is a lousy counselor, we say often, and it is a liar. It tells you many stories of what isn't, and it cripples you if you allow it. We say to you, if you have gotten to the point of despair, dear love, where you feel you have nothing to lose, why not lose the fear? Why not live at its fullest? Why not realize that whatever it is that you are going through is exactly perfect, and that there is an infinite amount of possibilities for you? Do not, if you will, let the mind tell you otherwise, because you are free. We love you. We will continue speaking. Much love to you, Elke. Okay, and the last question that was submitted previously is from Chantal. Chantal Michelle says, this is so exciting, Carol. Thank you, beautiful. I want to kind of piggyback on Nadia's question and ask Xina if wearing a certain attunement could help protect us from 5G. I think they already touched on it, but since yours is specifically to 5G, let's see what they have to say. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. Yes, dear love, if you believe that wearing a certain attunement, as it clears the way, allows you to feel protected, the answer is yes. And if you don't believe that that is the case, then the answer is the same. You are correct always. You are always correct. What you believe is true for you. We can only bring the information, and then you can use your feeling center, your filter, to decide if that information resonates with you or not. And if it does, then you go ahead and you take action on that information. Now, to you, we say very important it is that you mind your frequency, and that you mind where your, let us say, actions are being generated. Are they being generated from a place of fear, or are they being generated from a place of hopeful expectation and excitement? We will further explain ourselves. 5G is, let us say, detrimental to the human system. This is because you are electric beings. Indeed, you have polarization in you, and these kinds of waves create interference with your own magnetic field and information. However, we also want to let you know that if you decide you are going to, let us say in this case, because you are inquiring, that you're going to wear an attunement and that attunement is not only going to help you, but it's going to help many. That decision, you are making it from a place of hopeful expectation and excitement. You are ahead of them. Yes, I am. I am going to do this. I'm going to transcend this. This is not going to touch me. Now, this is a high frequency, let us say, place or vantage point from which to make a decision. Yes, but it also could be that you are living that way in everything that you are doing, not just that decision, but you are consciously choosing high frequency over and over and over again. You are choosing that which is joy. You are choosing that which is excitement, adventure, creativity, self expression, freedom. If you do this and you do it on a constant basis, you are going to increase your frequency to the point where the experiences that you are going to have are going to be high frequency experiences. They are going to be a match. So if you make a decision from a high frequency vantage point, regardless of where you go, wearing an attunement or not, you are going to be met with experiences of that frequency. Very much so, if you say, I'm going to wear this attunement because I am afraid of the 5G, and I'm afraid of what it's going to do to me, and I'm afraid that everybody's going to die, and I'm afraid, and then you create this humongous scenario of blackness around you, of, let us say, misconceptions. You are going to lower your frequency and you are indeed going to be met with experiences of that low frequency. So the attunement itself is not going to do the work. It is your belief and it is your frequency from which you are creating that is going to allow you the experience that is in your highest and best interest. We love you. We will speak again. All right. I'm going to take a moment to read the comments on the chat and see if you guys have any other questions related to this work, related to the attunements. Hey, Lana. Hi, Harold. Bridget. Hello, beautiful. Mary Ellen, welcome. Linda Field. Hi, love. Angie Predom. I want to do a shout out for Angie Predom. She is an amazing artist. If you have not found her on YouTube, please go to Angela Predom, Predhomme. Her song is featured in our Breaking Free, or one of her songs, So Good to Be Free, in our Breaking Free movement. So thank you, Angie, for being here, and thank you for allowing us to use your beautiful music. Hi, everyone. Laura Clooney, hello, beautiful. This is wonderful. Hello, everyone. Katarina from Seattle. We have Carol in Bermuda. Hi, Carol. I'm thinking of coming to Bermuda in February. Sarah is asking, I don't know how to pronounce this word. I'm probably going to butcher it, but hyacinth macaws, especially related to the blue avians. I've always felt that they are very special and I love them. Let's see. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. And the answer to your inquiry is yes, dear being. Why? Because we use whatever medium is available to us in order to reach you. If you think of the blue avians as having feathers, and if you think of the blue avians as being blue, you are going to see a bluebird that is so large and so magnificent that you are going to put the two together. We use breadcrumbs. We use what we can in your energy field in order to communicate with you. These birds are especially magnificent. They are highly smart, they are highly intelligent beings, and must we say that they are a divine aspect of the blue avians indeed. Their feathers have a lot of information. This information reaches you at a level that you may or may not understand. The beautiful being that is asking this question is understanding. The love that you feel is that connection, is that understanding that you are establishing. And they are magnificent, and it incites in you love, it incites in you wonder for the natural, for the exotic, for the magnificent. Those are feelings that we communicate through wonder, curiosity, wow, amazement. The answer to your inquiry, dear being, is yes, indeed. We love you. I have some feathers here, hyacinth macaw feathers that Finula Fox and Kathleen Palocas brought to the blessing of our land here in the Black Hills. So I have them right there, and they are quite amazing. So this is really cool information. I didn't know that. So thank you. There is a question here from Angie. Does the digitizing process diminish the energy of the drawing? What an amazing question. What an amazing question. I know Daniel Reuter, who is in charge of digitizing, is going to love this question. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and the answer to your inquiry is not at all. In fact, the process of digitizing these attunements magnifies the strength at which the attunement can operate within your cellular system and structure. When we transmit the information through this being, which we call an instrument, we request, she can do whatever she wants, but we request that she does not use tools like, say, for example, a ruler. She may try to use a paper at times, and that is okay, but she's using what she has available to her at the time of the transmission. The reason why we do this is because we don't want her ego mind to get in the way of our transmission. We want it to be as pure as it can be. Therefore, the most pure form of the attunements that you can have is the drawings that this dear being makes. Those are also available on what you call the website because they are as pure as they come. There is no adulteration. There is just energy. There is just flow. They are magnificent indeed. However, when this being gets together with the one that you know as Daniel, and he uses his very meticulous and particular nature, he allows for the accuracy to be the driving factor. So his process, what is doing is bringing accuracy. There was purity. Now there is accuracy. You see? So it is not that an attunement is going to do any damage. It is simply a spectrum of how effective it is going to be. The digitizing process brings accuracy to it that is going to allow for you to experience it in a more full manner. The hand-drawn attunement is going to allow you to experience it in its purest expression. What an art. What a joy. We appreciate your inquiry, dear being. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's really slick. Ah, thank you so much for your beautiful messages here on the chat and all the support. You guys are amazing. Hopefully, I'm not missing anybody. This is kind of tricky here, but oh, Angie, it was the hyacinth macaw that we were talking about. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I don't know. Okay, Janet Shannon is asking, in choosing an attunement, how do we decide? There are so many. Yes, and more are coming. I'm working on one right now. Let's see what they have to say. My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed. It is simply frequency and resonance. That is how you choose. When you look at an attunement and you say, wow, or when you look at an attunement and you have tears, when you look at an attunement and your heart skips a beat, when you look at an attunement and you say, whew, that was a lot. When you look at an attunement and you feel love, when you are moved by an attunement, there is something there for you. If you look at an attunement and you say, oh, that's pretty cool, well, you have benefited. But there is not as much pull as there is with the one that takes your breath away, with the ones that gives you chills, with the ones that give you knowing. For this being, the one that does all of the above is the holder of truth. This is one of our earlier attunements through her. In this particular one has the energy of the geographic location you know as Crete, Greece. There is much going on energetically in that land, let us say, and this attunement capitalizes, gathers, capitalizes from that energy and encases it there for your benefit, let us say. The reason why this one is so attracted to it is because the holder of truth is holding her truth by being herself. She identifies with this. Doing this work for humans, and we're going to address many of you that are watching us that are toying with the idea or starting to dip your toes or have been channeling for some time, because it is important for you to hold your truth. It is important for you to be congruent and have 20 seconds of courage at a time. 20 seconds, loves. That is all you need. You don't have to be courageous all the time, although you already are, because deciding to materialize yourself in this very dense realm, this very difficult realm, is an act of courage, one that is admired in the whole universe. We want you to know. But if you decide, dear love, to be congruent, if you decide to have those 20 seconds of courage, you are indeed going to change a life, if not many. So that is what this represents, that attunement represents to her. She loves it. She loves putting it everywhere. She loves sharing it because you are being called, dear beings, to hold your truth. Stand up high and tall. Light up that energetic spine of yours. Keep your chin up and tell the world, I am here and I am me unapologetically, and I am going to make a change in this world. We appreciate your inquiry, dear love. Whew, okay. Wow. So much energy. Thank you, so many of you, for being here. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful to see how so many of you here. And it is great to read all your beautiful comments. So I am getting to the capacity right now of holding this energy. It's so much that woohoo, it's a lot. So before we leave, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to be here, for taking the time to support Xina Allen LLP, and our work. If you want to continue to support us, there are many ways. You can post on Instagram your pictures and tag us with hashtag attuning the world, wearing your attunements wherever in the world you are. That would really help us. You can support us by following us on YouTube. Our 30-day or so channel has 421 subscribers. So thank you very much. Be brave and share this information. We have a retreat in Oklahoma starting on the 20th of October. The in person retreat is sold out, but there are spots still available. There is a limited number of spots to participate online. If you are interested, please go to xinaallen.com and you can register there. And last but not least, we have a breaking free workshop in San Antonio, Texas, November 5th and 6th. You can find the information at xinaallen.com. That is an in-person event again at the Holiday Inn San Antonio Riverwalk. Beautiful, beautiful place. Thank you all. May you walk with your head up high and knowing that you are indeed the one infinite creator. Love you and have a wonderful rest of your day.